What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I hope everyone had an absolutely wonderful day. Interesting update to the fast food apocalypse, as now the spooked CEO of McDonald's, perhaps because of all of our wonderful conversations around the topic, has now issued a panicked letter to consumers after just a deluge, week after week after week of negative press, basically talking about, oh, well, yeah, you may have seen the $18 Big Mac meal, and you may have seen that we made $14.5 billion last year, but actually, it's not as bad as you think, and you should probably still pay for the $18 Big Mac meal. I mean, yeah, there are some nuggets in this letter from him that we're going to go over that are worth talking about, but gadzooks, not a great look, and we're going to get into that. You know, fast food for dinner. I've got a wonderful option for you for breakfast. This video sponsor Magic Spoon. Check it out. Huge shout out to this video sponsor, Magic Spoon. I remember morning cereal and cartoons and playing video games as fondly as anything. Well, as with all things, you've got to level up once in a while. Magic Spoon fits a variety of lifestyles. It's high protein, keto friendly, gluten free, grain free, soy free, wheat free, and naturally flavored. Magic Spoon is cereal reinvented. It's the same great taste you remember, but upgraded with grown-up ingredients. It's got 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and 4 to 5 grams of net carbs each serving. Just 140 calories. Also, if you're on the go like me, you could try Magic Spoon's Treats. It's just 1 gram of sugar, 11 to 12 grams of protein, and just 1 to 2 grams of net carbs in each serving with just 130 calories, and they're high in fiber. Delicious. Click the link below to get some Magic Spoon cereal today. You can build your very own custom box with all the flavors you love and use my code QUARTERING for $5 off. You can choose from the best-selling cocoa, fruity, frosted peanut butter, and maple waffle flavors. Plus, other awesome flavors including honey nut, blueberry muffin, birthday cake, cinnamon roll, and chocolate chip cookie. You can also add any of their delicious cereal treats to your order. Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund you your money, no questions asked. So click the link below or scan the QR code and use code QUARTERING for $5 off, or go to magicspoon.com/quartering to save $5 off your order today. Also, for my Canadian and British fans, Magic Spoon ships to the Canada and UK. So here we have the article, spooked McDonald's boss reveals huge amount prices have risen in 2019 in open letter about, or since 2019, sorry, an open letter about viral $18 Big Mac. This is crushing their business. And by the way, like the $18 Big Mac is real. Like it's not a fake thing. Now it exists in an extremely rich area, but by the way, that's the same Big Mac in the Midwest or in your neighborhood, right? And they're charging $18 for it, which is absurd. McDonald's has written an unprecedented open letter to customers claiming its price rises aren't as bad as the media is reporting. Are you kidding me? I pulled up one time in a video while I was making it, or it might have been during a live stream. A quarter pounder with cheese meal where I live is almost $11. That's insanity. Okay. Even with inflation, even with, you know, me being an old guy in the passage of time, that thing should not be more than $6. I mean, it's the same patty of meat, alleged meat that it's always been. The fries and a drink that cost them a nickel to fill. I don't, and and there's less people working at McDonald's than ever before. In the letter, President Joe Erlinger said that prices have only gone up 40% across its 14,000 restaurants. The letter was aimed to calm furor around its soaring cost of fast food, which is now so high that 4 in 5 Americans consider it a luxury. Recently, quote, we've seen viral social media posts and poorly sourced reports that McDonald's has raised prices significantly beyond inflationary rates. This is inaccurate. What an absolute brain-dead idiot to write this. Anybody who's gone to McDonald's or to my Aussie's Macca's, all right, anybody who's gone there knows that it's absurdly overpriced. The fact that they trotted out a double cheeseburger, 4 McNuggets, a small fry for $5 and thought that was going to blow people's minds tells you all you need to know. Again, look at me going all communist. This is a company that made $14.5 billion last year. Okay? They're doing fine. So don't tell me the price of your food is just about the same as inflation. And by the way, even if that were true, right? Even if the cost of goods had gone up 40%, you still had enough money to make $14.5 billion. Maybe you didn't have to match inflation. Maybe you could have made a little less money. My communist now. But the very same letter, he included the statistic that the average McDonald's menu item is up 40% over the past 5 years. But that time, the overall rate of inflation is 22%, meaning they have raised the prices double the rate of inflation. Oops! Even for fast food, the rate is barely higher at 26%. This guy doesn't eat McDonald's, I guarantee it. Expert Neil Saunders from Global Data told Daily Mail, the letter is a bid to reassure customers that McDonald's is not profiteering or acting unfairly, but they are. Quote, the problem is, while people may well buy that, the reality is that the price of the menu items have become a lot more expensive. That may not be McDonald's fault, but it's a problem for the meal that's supposed to be an inexpensive indulgence. McDonald's made an eye-watering $14.5 billion in profit last year. I suppose that is an important delineation. In profit, not just gross revenue, but in profit. In a myths versus facts section of the letter, Erlinger says that it's a myth that McDonald's has raised prices to a rate nearly double the rate of inflation, but they have. To back this up, he completely ignores the official rate of inflation. Instead, he points to how much more McDonald's is paying for things. He says the average input cost, salaries, food, and paper, are up 40% over the past 5 years. The average price of McDonald's menu is up around 40% over the past 5 years. He also admitted that the average price of a McDonald's 10-piece McNugget now typically costs 28% more, up from $7.19 to $9.19. Meanwhile, he said the Big Mac was up 21%, a quarter pounder with cheese is up 20%, and Egg McMuffin is up 23%. Erlinger admits that the $18 Big Mac meals worry him. Worry him? He probably makes $10 million a year. And he doesn't have to pay for McDonald's. He's the boss. I mean, what an incredible blunder. What an incredible blunder. Yeah, we only made $14.5 billion last year. You guys, we're trying everything we can. And the great part about this, it's McDonald's. Nobody needs this. Outside of truckers who have vastly more technology nowadays and have more options to, like, for example, have fridges in their trucks, or they can DoorDash to their rigs, or all sorts of stuff like that. They don't need McDonald's anymore. Nobody needs McDonald's. So either get cheap or get gone. I don't really know what else to tell you. I mean, nobody thinks your quarter pounder with cheese meal is worth $12. Period. Okay? Nobody thinks it's worth taking their family to McDonald's and having it cost $100. Nobody. So nobody wants to hear about the cost of the items that McDonald's is buying has gone up. Nobody cares. Quote, I can tell you that it frustrates and worries me that many of our franchisees, when I hear about the $18 Big Mac even being sold, even if it was at one location in the U.S. out of 13,700, he tries to sweep for it. He tries to dismiss it. Then he rails against customers on social media talking about it. He added, more worrying, though, is when people believe that this is the rule and not the exception, or when folks start to suggest that the prices of Big Mac have risen 100% since 2019. So there's a bold strategy, Cotton. That certainly is a bold strategy, Cotton. Blaming the customers? That's definitely not going to grab people's attention in the title of this video. Have you left a like on it yet, by the way? And wherever you're watching, have you followed or subscribed? I would greatly appreciate that. It helps a ton because it's really hard to reach you all. His letter comes as a new report out Monday showed that how much some popular combo meals have gone up in price. Official figures show that the annual inflation for fast food sector is 4.8%. But that tells only part of the story in the years of rises, says USA Today. Prices for a typical combo meal at the 5 biggest burger chains, which is McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Carl's Jr., and Five Guys, have risen as much as 120% in the last 10 years. I'm sorry, are you making 110% or 120% more than you were 10 years ago? Are you making more than double of what you were just 10 years ago? Probably not. Some people, yeah. Some people are. That is more than 3 times the official rate of inflation. The cost of goods have risen just 31% since 2014, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. There is no doubt Americans have been voting with their wallets. In the first 3 months of 2024, visitors to fast food chains slumped by 3.5% on a year ago, according to data from Revenue Management Services. You see their letter now. Myth! McDonald's raised prices at nearly double the national rate of inflation. False! Wow, McDonald's, thanks for telling me. And then using your own insane fake data to prove your point. And you see here, fast food prices increased over the past decade. 65% at McDonald's, 79% at Burger King, 83% at Wendy's, 121% at Carl's Jr., 58% at Five Guys, which is wild because a Five Guys burger and fry being $20, here's what I'm going to tell you. I don't even care if I'm at a fancy restaurant. If I'm at the fanciest of fancy restaurants and they're like, oh, we have 100% Angus, whatever, blah, blah, blah burger. If that burger is more than $20, I'm out. I don't even, like I said, even if I'm at like a fancy sit-down restaurant, $20 for a burger? No chance. And then you add to that fact a $20 burger from a fast food joint? No way. $10 to $12 is as much as I'm willing to pay for a extra value meal anywhere. In real terms, that's millions of Americans a week skipping the drive-thru, with chains themselves admitting higher prices have put off burger fans. At Carl's Jr., a famous star combo has jumped from $5.29 to $11.68, a more than doubling its price since 2014. McDonald's plans their puny $5 meal bundle from June 25th. Customers will get a total of 4 items: a McDouble, McChicken, small fry. Ooh, a small fry. That's like 7 fries. A small soft drink, and 4 McNuggets. Burger King offered a similar $5 meal. Wendy's has launched a $3 breakfast meal as the fast food wars. Lower your prices. Look at this. Not only double the price, the servings are smaller and smaller each year. The burgers are half the size they were 5 years ago. I had a fillet of fish the other day. It was literally the size of the palm of my hand and amounted to about 4 bites. That's another thing they're not talking about. McDonald's just wrote an open letter to millions of America. The very last line that mattered the most. If you want somebody to do something, it actually helps if you ask them to do it. And because I can't help myself, for the greatest way to unlock all the value we offer, be sure to download the McDonald's app. No joke. If I were in the same room with the president right now, I would high-five him. Obviously, I can't see deep into his soul and determine his intent, but getting you to download and use the McDonald's app seems like the one thing McDonald's always wants every customer to do in every circumstance. I mean, are you joking? Like, I'm not downloading the McDonald's app. I got enough damn apps on my phone the way it is. What a debacle. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe or follow. We'll talk to you again real soon.